So, even before I became an actor, I think I entered quite late in life as an actor. I decided or started pursuing cinema quite late in life, but also that gave me enough time to gain life experiences and observe actors around me. I knew then that, you know, if there is a classic film, if a film is really loved, if a film is a huge hit, not to touch it. You know, we all genuinely we believed or we hoped that Sita Ramam would be an epic, a classic film, but we were not sure. And in not being sure, we put extra effort, we put our hearts and souls and blood and sweat into the film, because beyond the hope, you know, you put your heart into the film. So I don't think it's a film that can be made again, honestly. And I think every time there is a beloved classic film, I don't think it should ever be touched. I don't think you should do a sequel. I don't think you should do anything, because it's so, I know as an actor, I've been doing this for 10 years. I listen to scripts across 4 languages. I've done 35 plus films, and I know how difficult it is to find something like this. So then, just because it's loved and done so well, you can't milk it. You know, it's like the golden egg laying story. You can't kill the goose. Coming to your second question, I don't think anywhere in the world, any industry in the world, I think there is only one Sita Mahalakshmi, that's Nonal Thakur.
And there is one Ram, that is Dulquer Salmaan.
You guys were wonderful. Thank you so much. हाँ सुनो सुनो एक मिनट You guys have been wonderful. बहुत प्यार दिया है. ये 2 लोग वेट कर रहे हैं, है ना? We'll quickly do this. पूछो and I'll end with you. पहले क्यों बोला हमने आखिरी 2 सवाल? जी.
Dulquer, this is Com.
सर मैं आता हूँ आपके पास. I'll come. जी मैम.
Yeah.
मैं लास्ट आपके संग करूँगा. I'll come to you.
Hi, Dulquer, Mronal, and the director. The question is for you 3 because, of course, Sita Ramam being a Telugu film, and the trends that have been this year, that, you know, Telugu films have been such huge hits, and then, you know, we hear that you all were not a little confident about doing the film in Hindi. Why? Because, you know, Telugu films being such hits, why did you all take so long to come to Hindi? And because the film has done so well without promotions, do you think there has to be some change in the strategy of film promotions also? Especially because most films which make a lot of noise don't always do well.
You answered.
So now I want you to
No,
answer.
I think it's, especially when you do a film like this in multiple languages, it's a bit difficult to plan the release. Unless it's a very big film, you know, and then like an RRR is coming, everybody will make way for it. You know, it's like a big ship is coming and all the little boats get out of the way. But I don't think we were a big ship. We were a fairly small, a big boat, I think. But so it was planned to say the best weekend or the best release day in Telugu. And we got lucky. It was a fairly good weekend in Tamil. It wasn't a very good weekend in Malayalam, actually. We had a lot of competition. So I think all of that decided our release. And in Hindi at that time, you know, there was a lot of big films coming out. And I think, this is my understanding, you know, from my producers also.
True.
That there were these massive films lined up. And we didn't know if we would even get a chance to breathe. You know, you can't come and release and maybe not get screens. I've experienced things like that. There's been many times when my films have released, but you don't get screens, you don't get good show timings and things like that, because there are sometimes a bigger, more exciting film out there that audiences want to see. So there's a lot of this economics and logistics that kind of decide film releases. But and also again, it was a love story. The genre was, you know, not something that you'd seen doing huge numbers or bringing audiences in large numbers to theaters.
Ji.